Neonic Void Productions presents.
I don't know who made Furry Nights, but whatever camera they used, I want to steal it. Cause I was watching it and I'm like, oh wow, the footage actually looks really good. Someone at least took some classes in freaking cinematography and got a decent camera because the footage looks nice. It's just a shame that everything else about it was complete shite. Because Lawmageddon looked like it was shot on a rusty, dusty phone.
It was shot on a fucking Nokia. And not the new ones. I'm talking
No,
like the ones
the old
with
school
buttons that you could press.
Uh-huh.
Or you can use it to fill in that missing brick in your house.
Yes. Yes. The missing brick.
You want me to stream Diablo?
Stream Diablo as we record. You know how distracting we're all gonna get if you do that?
I'll just do it for right now.
Oh my god. Girl, yes. Bitch, you better. Oh yes, honey. Girl.
How does it feel differently from the other two?
Not very. Not different. I've only ever played 3. So not very different.
Wise, it looks like Diablo 2 remastered.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or resurrected. UI is a little different though, but well, this is like it looks a lot like Diablo 2. But I'm curious what the gameplay that is. Diablo 2 was mainly like, okay, go through this difficulty and then go through this difficulty. And then Diablo 3 was sort of like all the loot all the time everywhere.
Yep. Oh,
what do you
increased health?
What are you playing as?
Sorcerer.
A fucking pleb, got it. I would play like
whatever. Everyone's playing as a fucking necromancer and druids.
Oh my god, I need to play a druid in Diablo 3 for fucking that character for Foster.
Okay, sorry.
There you go. We're watching Matt Chairman play Diablo 4.
Oh, he's live?
Uh-huh. And we're still recording.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What is this place?
Is it Mommy's Crypt? Mommy?
Mommy.
Lilith? Mommy?
Mommy, not mommy.
Not mommy.
Not mommy.
Oh. Matt's playing this class.
A sorcerer?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Probably a fire one though. Everyone's doing fire. Nobody does lightning.
He's doing lightning.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen too many people do lightning other than me.
He likes the chain effect that the lightning does.
Yeah, same.
But yes, I will go in Diablo 3 and I'll make myself Foster. I'll make a druid.
Yay!
Yay!
I don't think there are druids in Diablo 3.
Are there?
The
No.
closest thing would
No.
probably be like
There's
a witch doctor.
paladins. There's like
A
a.
monk
Oh, that's right.
or a fighter.
Oh,
Hold
there's
on.
like a shaman. I think there's a shaman.
Yeah, witch doctor.
Witch
Ew.
doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, witch doctor. Diablo 3. Um, Diablo 3 class.
If nothing else, I'll go for like a witch doctor then.
So, barbarian, crusader, demon hunter, monk, necromancer, witch doctor, and wizard.
I would go probably witch doctor then.
Yeah, because I chose a monk because that fits better with Fana. So, and I think James has it's either he has it as a wizard or a necromancer, but I can't remember which one. Oh, hold on, the dog got in. Oh my god, I got 2 children.
Are we ever gonna start recording or talking about the movie?
Maybe.
No, never.
Maybe.
I'm
Maybe.
gonna forever play Diablo.
You
Shit.
know, maybe
So
at some
how
point.
how would a podcast work if it's like, here's this great thing we're seeing, and it's like no one can see it?
No one can say it but us because y'all ain't lucky. Y'all gotta pay for that.
It'd be
There's
like
a
radio
paywall.
announcers, just like, oh, look at him tearing up the boss.
Oh my god! Look at all that lightning! It's flying everywhere. It's
Oh, his mana is
shocking.
about halfway. It's recharging very
Ew,
quickly for his
Agnes is
level.
here.
Oh, sweetheart, she never left. I know you want some of this cookie.
I don't. I'll turn straight if she comes up to me. I would
All
never
right.
want Gucci ever again.
I'll stop sharing so that way we're not distracted.
Aww.
Aw.
Aw. Damn. It really be like that. Damn. Yes. It really be like that. Damn. Wait, what?
Hmm.
Oh shit! I thought I stopped recording. I'm like, hello. And I'm like, I'm in the wrong chat.
We're 15
You're in the
minutes
wrong chat.
I was in the general chat, not the Spookocalypse chat.
Good. I'm so proud of you.
Wow. Listen here. I don't need that fucking attitude. Okay, God.
Which one are we doing first?
We're gonna do the worst of the two Furry Nights
Oh.
first. We're gonna start off bad and better, but still bad.
Like, we're gonna get it out of the way, rip it off
Yeah.
like a band-aid,
Yeah, yeah.
and then apply some aloe vera with Flamageddon.
And then add in some tasteful jokes about a guy changing his shirt every fucking scene.
I fucking love that. That's like the best part of the whole fucking movie, to be honest.
Rob, where the fuck is my money?
Hey, Zeus.
I was like, this bitch, goddamn. She called everybody. Anyway.
Hey, Spock. I was like, what? What?
You're right. When he was wearing the yellow shirt from Star Wars. And I'm like, oh.
Excuse me, you're talking to a Trekkie here, okay?
I know. I was
Everybody
like,
who watches Star Trek knows
yeah,
that you wear a fucking yellow shirt,
you're
you
dead.
are bound to fucking die. And I saw him walk on stage with
Oh.
that, or not walk on screen with that fucking yellow shirt.
Oh,
I
he's
felt
dead.
I was
He's
like,
dead.
you just signed your fucking death warrant, my guy. I was like, what a fucking dumb shit to do. Like, at least wear red. You'd have at least a little bit of a chance, you know?
Oh, God. I saw that. I'm like, oh, this is where he dies. Yep. There it is. His death.
I like how
Because I was like, oh my God, he's going to live to the very end. Wow. And then I see that. And I'm like, oh, he's going to die this scene right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold. Anyway.
Does anybody have a summary for Furry Nights?
I'm looking for one right now.
There's.
You know what? I found one, but it's from a like an other review site. it's from another review site. Hold on, I'll post it in the chat. Put it in Spook. There you go.
Okay.
I kind of just want to read it word for word. To me,
I read that as Crypticock,
Yeah, I did too.
not Cryptocroc.
Yeah,
Crypticock.
cryptic rock. Cryptic rock. You mean it's cryptic rock? Good
I
job.
read Cryptic Cock.
You know what we're about.
Hey,
Actually sounds better.
you know what? That's what our reviews. That's what our website should be called. Cryptic cock.
Cryptic Cock.
And the first one we review is Killer Cocks.
Ah. We are. I mean, we are going to do that at some
Yes,
point.
we are. We are.
Yes,
we
we
gonna do
are.
that. I'm so excited for that movie.
But I am going to tell. But when we do that, I'm going to tell them. My co-hosts are gonna review it
Honestly,
as it is, and brutally honestly. Because if it's bad, they're gonna say it's bad. If it's like bad, good.
we watch
it's
it, be
bad,
like, who the
good.
fuck edited this shit?
I'd be like, oh my god, me.
Be like, what kind of fucking editing? No.
I'm God, I'm excited. Anyway, hi, welcome to Spookocalypse. I had an intro going, but it fell through like my life. Hi, how are you? I am Zio, and today I'm joined with the crew, the posse, the bitches, except for Bunyip. Bunyip's a treasure.
I was about to say, like, am I a bitches too? Did we all get stitches? And then like, no, we're excluding you. And then I'm like, I don't belong.
Oh God. We have Bunyip, Mad Chairman, and the housekeeper. And I am hearing, I think it sounds like Mario coming from my outside my door. Someone's blasting Mario. It's Mario. Some bullshit like that. But I mean, we love Mario here. But today's not going to be a Mario episode. I wish it was, because at least that's a better movie than what we're watching today.
I haven't watched
it. Really? Before
Yeah.
we begin, housekeeper, can you please take it away?
All right. If you like this podcast, make sure you follow and rate us on whatever site you listen to your podcast. Share with your friends. New episodes get uploaded every Saturday. Links are down in the description for other podcasts that are part of the Neonic family. Follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at Spookocalypse. That's at SPOOKOCALYPSE. We also have a YouTube. If you are from YouTube, hi, hello, welcome. Drop a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, whatever the fuck you want to do. It helps our algorithm out, you know. It puts our name out there a little bit more. We're gonna do some spooky shit or talk about some spooky shit. Mints are gonna be on the pillow.
And today's flavored mint is
Disappointment.
disappointment. I was about to say butt plug, but not disappointment.
I was gonna say hairball. You jumped right to the end.
It's one of the three. It was you know, that giant bag, the 3 flavors for like $5 kind of deal, you know. So whichever one you get on your pillow, that's what you get.
Disappointment, butt plug, or hairball. It's a wonder pick.
It's a wonder pick.
Oh God. So the movie we watched today is Masterpiece. That's on Tubi right now. So please go do yourself a favor if you want to waste an hour and like 10 minutes of your life. It's called Furry Nights. Yes.
Or if you don't want to waste an hour, and you can just, listen to us and we'll tell you about the movie.
We watched it so you wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Get into it. God, this movie was.
We picked it because we thought it'd be entertaining, and
It wasn't.
Yeah. I was
It
like,
tried.
man, I was like, oh, are we gonna laugh about this like we did with Velocipaster? No.
No. It's more of like, oh,
You tried.
It's tired.
Oh, she's ugly.
Yeah, literally. This movie is so just bad. Somebody get into it. Well, how's this movie start? I lasted like
Okay, so it's a bunch of teens that
with
go
that
to the
playground.
woods to film a movie within a movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and they all meet up, and I don't remember most of the characters' names except Maddie because she seemed the coolest. With her first line, which is "Hey whore," so like one of the
Me.
girls like walks up and is like, "Oh, there's already beef. We haven't even collected all the ingredients for the stew, and yet there's already beef."
Hey whore.
But basically, they just start filming, and it looks like they're making their own horror movie, and they have a guy in a morph suit, which is basically like a green screen suit, and he has a sea monster mask.
Says morph suit on his morph suit.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I guess they green screen that to make it look like a more realistic monster. Like, I don't make movies, so I don't know how all this is done, but that was new to me.
Hot.
So they get into shenanigans with movie making, and then there's I guess some established relationships, and then one girl, they're like, you need to get your clothes off because we need the titty shot because it's the essence of all horror movies. And I'm like, I don't know if that is.
You go back to like classic slasher flicks. Yeah, I found a better link that actually has a little bit more of like the plot.
Oh, bad.
And well, it's called Furry Nights, but it only happens over the course of what, one night,
I think
maybe
so.
two.
I think maybe 2 nights.
I guess it's not important about the semantics of the title. It's just a title, so we're not going to dig too much into that. But across the river where they're filming, there is a group of furries, just people in costumes, and they're celebrating around a campfire, as you do when you don't care about the world around you. You just want to have fun.
I have questions.
What kind
If
of
they were going to do a movie about a bunch of furries, at least give them good costumes. My God.
You know how expensive furry costumes are to make?
I know, but they could at least try. They get
Like,
literal mascot costumes.
well, it's like it's either like, they spend the time and the money to make furry costumes, right? Or they hire people who are furries and then
That
expect them
weapons.
and then expect them to ruin their costumes that they've spent a lot of time and money making.
They do way worse things in those
So-
costumes.
No, because there are regular furries that just dress up in those costumes. They don't do that kind of shit. There's two different types of furries.
But I'm sure they could have found actual furries that would have been perfectly fine with being in this movie, because that would have made it a whole lot better. Because the costumes were just literally mascot costumes. They weren't that great. That's one of the biggest things for me. Is just like, no. They actually got people. I'm sure if they approach a bunch of people in the furry community, like, hey, we're looking for some furries that want to be in a low budget horror movie that's campy and stupid in some of the best ways, and it might end up meaning that your costume gets ruined. Would anyone be game for that? I guarantee you there'd be some people in game for that.
You also be like,
Guarantee you.
hey, you also like to be cast in a movie where you're going to be cast in like a bad light?
Well, I mean, did it really do that?
Yes, it did. Because honestly, like, I'm not one, but I know of the community and I know how wholesome that community can be. They do a lot of good shit, and they just basically made it out to where furries are just sexual degenerates, and that's it. That murder people whenever one gets accidentally killed. And I'm like, not all furries are sexual degenerates. Some of them do it because like it brings joy to other people. Like, you know how excited my son was whenever we went to a convention and like there was all these furry costumes. He went up to every single one. He went up to every single one, and the excitement that you saw in like how those people acted whenever like my son interacted with them, it was the most wholesome thing I've ever fucking seen. So like I feel like it did put furries in a bad light, in my opinion.
I don't think the movie was good enough to do anything of that sort because no one's going to take this movie fucking seriously.
I mean, if there's a horror movie
You'd
about
be
furries, the
surprised.
furry community is gonna watch it.
Yeah, because it's like, because pretty much all of the main characters, the quote unquote good guys are pretty much like, what the heck are furries? And it's like, oh, they dress up in costumes and do things. And
They
like,
do
you're kind of
dirty
overgeneralizing a bit.
things. Yeah.
Oh, the mid 2000s. What do they call it? Mid 2000s furry shaming.
They're still shamed, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would say not to the extent as they were back in the day, though.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's like freaking like literal rocket scientists who do that shit on the side, you know? Like people who are like high up in society and they do that shit for fun on the side.
Work. Get a bitch.
And then we go back to the plot where the furries see the quote unquote normal people, and then the furries hide in their tents. And then our protagonists are like, oh, we should get out of here. And they are recording them at the same time. So it's like they have the discussion of what a furry is, and they're misinformed as we discussed. But anyway, they're like, they decide to camp out for the night. I guess because they have to shoot for like a couple more days. I think. But then they're just all sitting there in their tent. One of them has a gun and is out for watching. He's like, I'm going to be night watch. And he has a rifle.
Mhm.
And he hears something rustling near their tent. And I think, like, we as the viewers see it's clearly one of the furries who looks like a bear.
Yeah.
And then the man who has the gun opens fire. I don't know if he gets a good look, but he just shoots and he kills this poor person.
I thought it was a bear. Girl, where?
Yeah, he's like, I thought it was an actual bear. I was like, how? I know it's dark, a little hard to see, but how?
Again, if it was an actual fursuit, I could possibly maybe understand. Oh, misinterpret it because sometimes they get a little too realistic as far as close to the animal, but that one there was obviously not.
It was very like it was like Walmart
Yeah.
fursuit whenever they
Yeah.
had like the fursuits and shit.
Yeah.
And I think only the guys see what happens. Like the girls don't know. And
Yeah,
then
the
they
three
keep it
guys
hush
do.
hush. Like they take the body and they carry it away. And then at one point, the lead furry, Mr. Fox, which for some reason I kept thinking he was a wolf because that mask looks very wolf-like, but I take it because he's called Mr. Fox, he has to be a fox, right?
He does look like a wolf. I thought he was a wolf.
I was stuck in between his like, is it a wolf or is it a fox?
I thought it was a wolf.
Oh yeah, fox.
Likely an Arctic fox, because they're the only white fox I can think of.
Yeah.
But he comes across the body of his fallen friend, and he's clearly upset about this.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to the next day of filming, and and it's like clearly there's tension between the guys because we know what you did. And the one with the glasses, the one that he seems hipster like, is guilty about the knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't kill anybody, but he's still just like, I had to help hide the body. And then they see Mr. Fox across the river. And it takes a while to show him because they're like, oh, look, he's waving. And they're like, wait. Like, he's saying hi. And they're like, wait a minute. And
Oh,
they have
yeah.
a creepy vibe and they don't show him for a little bit. And then it shows him just waving, just like, hi. I'm going to get revenge.
Oh,
And to note, the furry characters don't say anything other
Nope.
than like animal noises. And
Yeah.
even then, like the cutesy animal noises. Like they're all squirrels.
Yeah.
Anyway, not a whole lot happens. I don't know if there's attempts at character development, but fuck if I know. It comes that evening, and then like the 5 furry characters show up, and they all have weapons. Like the car lights show up, and it's like, oh no, we're in it now.
We're in this bullshit now.
I don't know how it all plays out, but I think how it starts off is one of the girls goes out into the woods to use the bathroom, and someone hands them a coffee can because use your imagination.
Yeah.
And then later, one of the guys, I think he was the one the morph suit was like, I'll go check up on her, or I'll go with her or something. So there's an excuse for them to be away from the camp and possibly not murdered yet. Like, I honestly don't remember how the order of murder goes. I just know that the 5 show up at the camp, and at least one person is killed from the protagonist group, and the poor kangaroo person gets shot right in their stomach.
Yeah.
And the most fucked up thing, Mr. Fox takes the baby from their pouch. And she's still alive, like grasping at it. And then he brings it over to the lit campfire, sets it aflame, then
throws
tosses
it
it in
in
the
the-
tent.
Jesus. I was like, God damn.
That's where Maddie was hiding, so presumably she's been burnt to a crisp.
Yeah.
Because there was alcohol in there, and that tent caught up fire fast. Like, it wasn't like steadily burning. It was just like immediate pillar of flame. And then one of them steals the car keys, so no one can drive away, and the group has split up. I think there's at least 2 confirmed kills. The hipster is still alive. The man who shot the bear guy is still alive, and the guy in the morph suit is still alive. I think the girl that went to go to the bathroom is dead now. Maddie is supposedly dead. Wink. And
Wink,
the
wink.
3rd girl, I think she's still alive, but I don't know what all happens to her.
I have no idea.
Oh no, I tuned out after that. Like I felt like the movie just dragged on. In my opinion, I was like, when is this over?
Because it did drag on.
I feel really bad.
I don't. I don't. I see what they were trying to do. It just wasn't it. It wasn't the Tea Mama. Sorry.
But like the quality of the filming.
Oh, I got real excited for a minute. Because I was like, I'm like, somebody took some cinematography.
Yeah, like I was like, dude, the
someone got budget for a camera.
Yeah, some of the shots do look good.
Was beautiful.
I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great. And then I was horribly disappointed.
I'm gonna try to look at all the highlights because I'm looking at this review and it doesn't mention them, and I'm like, there are some moments that are just baffling.
Yeah.
Like, while the group has run away, the hipster is lagging behind because, like, I think his idea was like to run back to the car, but then it's like, oh, the keys are gone. So then he finds the
Yeah.
kangaroo body, and this person is presumably dead now,
Yeah.
at least from heartbreak because they just watched their baby get burned. And he has the
Ooh.
idea to like take them out of the suit and then put the suit on himself and then hide in that and wait for the group to come back. I'm like, okay, that's clever.
Yeah.
Mr. Fox finds the guy who shot their friend and he beats him up a bit, and they all come back to where the car is. And then the guy in the kangaroo suit is dragged up and is like, because there's not clear communication, it's like, you want me to film? Like, yes, here's the camera. It's like, you want to film this person getting killed? And there's so many fake outs where it's like, okay, here's the gun into his mouth and you're gonna shoot, and the rabbit guy's holding him. Like, are you sure you're gonna shoot it while the rabbit guy is holding him? Like
Right.
within range of the gun barrel.
Right.
But then like he decides to do something else, which is like, okay, here is Mr. Fox's tail, and then here's the poodle character's tail. We're gonna wrap it around his neck, and then we're gonna just run in opposite directions and just ring it like you're revving up a weed eater.
Oh,
And that somehow breaks his neck.
yeah.
I mean, it's a creative kill, but it seems implausible. And that's not the only implausible thing that I have a slight problem with.
Tell us like it is. Tell it like it is.
Okay. God, what happens next? Basically, the guy in the kangaroo suit has to just follow the group for now, staying undercover. And then I think they end up in a house that's just in the woods. It's all boarded up and broken. I think this is where Maddie. This is where Maddie shows up. It's like, oh, she's not dead. And it shows that she cut a hole in the tent before it got fire. And so she snuck out. I'm like, okay, they explained that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think it's her and the guy in the morph suit who are hanging out in this house. And the graffiti on the wall, Satan is my bae. Jesus is gay for me.
Oh God. Not that Jesus is gay for
I
me.
don't know if it's supposed to be like this makes it especially unnerving because they're more aligned with Satan than they are with the Lord, or if it's just like funny.
I
It seemed
mean,
more funny than
Jesus is gay for me, my dude.
I guess the most unnerving thing is like they have the bear costume of their friend just like splayed out on the wall above the fireplace.
Yeah.
You're like, you're like, that seems macabre, but it's not the person's actual body. So, okay.
Yeah.
And then there's the encounter with Mr. Fox and the rabbit trying to break in, while the kangaroo is just sort of lagging behind. And the poodle's there for some reason. Which I think the poodle's costume was probably the most creative because it's like, here's a realistic looking head and then a sort of disco spandex suit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. But it turns out she has the key. And it's like attached to her tail. And then the guy in the kangaroo suit's like trying to grab for it. Then it's grabbing the tail. And then there's just a moment of pause. And I'm like, are they about to find out that this isn't one of their own? But no, it's more like, oh, hint, wink. I think he wants to bang you. All right. And then the poodle and the kangaroo guy just go off to have a moment.
Yeah.
To the kangaroo guy's dismay. So I think it might be played for laughs, but, well, it's still assault. But they speed up that point. He's like, okay, fine. He dealt with that. He got the keys. He's going to go into the car in his kangaroo suit to look for help because the first time they try and call the police, I can't believe I forgot this. The first time they call the police, they're like, we're getting attacked by fucking furries. And then like the dispatcher's like, hey, like defending the furry community. And I'm like, okay, on one hand, it's fine you want to defend these people, but at the same time, you're a police dispatcher. Shouldn't you like take their call seriously?
You would think.
And then she goes on this rant about like, for example, like to dress up as a dolphin. I'm like, oh, I don't hear many people dress up as dolphins. And then goes on like something about bottlenecks, and then goes in the unicorn horn, and then it gets sexual. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. We get the joke. The police officer doesn't take them seriously because you got to be like the ultimate force that would stop all of this would be the police. But then it's like the police can't help because either there's no signal, which
Yeah.
is harder and harder to buy, or the police don't take you seriously, which is a little easier to buy.
Yeah.
But we're pretty much down to 3 characters because I don't remember how the others are killed off because they're not that important. There's the guy in the kangaroo suit, Maddie, and then the guy in the morph suit. And there's this weird moment where the guy in the morph suit is like, this song that I wrote for this other girl, I really wanted to write it for you. And then this scene gets kind of hard to watch. It feels cringy. And then he tries to like kiss her, and she's like, ew, gross. And he's like, what did I do? What did I do? And he starts running, and I'm like, I don't understand this person's character motivation. Like, that's what infuriates me about this movie is just how they play out the story, the plot, and the characters, like all of that. It just like it almost seemed like they had the concept for Furry Nights, furries killing people. Okay, you could do something with that. And then they didn't put much thought into how the plot plays out or how the story is meant to be structured. But eventually it's like it's Mr. Fox facing off against Maddie, and I believe he has a moment where he's almost gonna kill her with like a machete, and she begs for her life, but then for some reason he just doesn't kill her, and then she takes either the machete or the handgun that she found and uses it to shoot at Mr. Fox. Doesn't kill him.
Mhm.
I'm like, he could have easily killed her, and you know what? I wouldn't care. Like, have every protagonist die in this movie. I'd be fine with it.
Oh.
But before that, I just freaking remembered the guy in the kangaroo suit fights Mr. Fox, reaches into his pouch, and pulls out freaking boxing gloves. Out of nowhere. Just boxing gloves. And then there's a fight, and even does like a kangaroo kick, which the tail doesn't have the power to hold your body while you do that. That's the other implausible thing about
It
this
does
movie.
if you believe it does.
I don't believe.
He doesn't
I have
believe.
no faith in this costume.
Oh no.
But eventually he loses, and it's unceremonious.
And
But eventually Maddie does get away, but there is that one shot of Mr. Fox that's like all covered in blood, like his mask is ruined. But it just that quick turn in the frame where oh god, what was that movie? Like it's like the whole scene changed to red. And I was like, oh, is this gonna lead somewhere? No. But it was a cool shot. Probably my favorite shot of the whole movie. But Maddie gets away in her car, and Mr. Fox chases after her, but then quickly realizes, well, I'm clearly not going to catch up to a car. So he drops his weapon and he takes off his mask, and we don't see the person's face. But he just strolls over to your local dollar store and looks for the exact kind of mask he was wearing. And then finds it. And then I suppose he buys it, and it's like, okay, we're going to start killing again. Just as soon as I get more friends and more people to hunt down, I don't know.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much the end of the movie.
Uh-huh. Well, there you go. This movie was choices.
Yeah. Wouldn't you have symbolism?
Symbolism? Yeah.
I wonder I wonder what the symbolism behind Jesus is gay for me is.
Uh,
Honestly, there
God.
isn't any. There's not anything I could find here that's like, does this mean something?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh God, but this movie was a journey. It's a trip. It was great. Said no one ever. Oh God, where do we even go from here?
Why do we live this life just to suffer?
Yeah, great.
This
This
was
movie
a
was
movie.
this was a it was a movie. It most certainly was a movie. Yeah, it was a thing.
It was a thing that we watched.
So you don't have to.
Aren't you proud of us? Say you're proud of us.
I'm proud of us.
Please sponsor us. Please. We suffer for free right now.
So let's do is cry for like 5 minutes. So what are we gonna rate this movie, y'all? We're gonna rate it. We're gonna rate it.
I don't want to.
Tail butt plugs.
Double plug!
Because we forgot to mention during the fight with the kangaroo guy, he pulls on his tail and it's a butt plug. He throws it against the wall and it leaves a visible smear.
No, it was the fox, wasn't it?
It was a
That's what I
fight with
meant.
the fox, but like he pulled it off the
That's
fox.
what I meant.
Yeah.
I can't get this all straightened out.
Fuck
It
you.
was like,
Spear.
oh my God, it left a visible stain.
How long have you had that in there, bro?
Is your bowels okay? Are you good there, buddy? Do you need Jesus? Because I need Jesus after watching this movie. So,
Yeah,
You
name
could do it out of fox masks if that's friendlier.
So, out of 5 butt plugs, what's everyone gonna rate it?
one butt plug.
One
That's
butt
all
plug?
I could take.
I would hope that's all you could
Jesus
take.
fucking Christ.
God, if you could take more than that, I'd be impressed.
I don't want to know anything more. My eyes and mind can't take it.
Okay,
I
since
just-
y'all are too tightly puckered, I'll say 1 as well.
we didn't have any plugs inside of us, so
Uh,
I don't think I could take one right now. No.
Say just 1 for the cinematography. I just don't like anything else.
That's fair. I will give points for the cinematography. Like it looked like it.
Yes, people worked.
Yeah. Yes, they did,
There was a job that was done.
and that was the only job that was done.
that cameraman showed up to work that day or those days. I will give it 1 butt plug out of 5
Okay,
as well.
so yeah, that's gonna be an average of 1.
It's gonna be 1 out of 5 butt plugs.
Undisputed 1.
Yeah.
Oh God, we forgot. There was like this one scene. I can't. Like it was both times I looked up to the scene for some fucking reason, but like there was like a tit that was cut off, and he was just like, oh, I got the boob scene, yes, and I was like, what?
I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
That's homophobic.
That's a hate crime.
That's a hate crime. Speaking of homophobic, happy Pride.
During this month,
I mean, it's Pride.
yeah. So that's a 1 butt plug.
It's going up.
5.
Yep. Yep. Don't watch it. Don't do it.
Or do. We're not your parents.
I'm not your mom. I can hold your hand.
Yeah, we're
I'm not your
mom.
dad.
It might be worth
Or
watching
daddy.
just to see how like a story is not to be structured and how not to write characters.
It's a learning opportunity.
It's lack thereof. Like,
It's like, so this is what we don't do.
yeah.
You tried.
Damn. Damn.
I give him
damn.
I give him a you tried.
An effort was made.
Effort was made. You at least did it. Jesus. Ew. I feel bad for saying that.
I hope that we're not this mean
Oh, God.
for your movie.
Compared to our other
movie that I'm
reviews,
working
we're
on?
pretty
Yeah.
light.
Do what?
Like compared to our other reviews, we're pretty light.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like,
There's been
outside
some
of
reviews.
extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, usually like during some reviews, we just fucking rip them a new one. Zio
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
measurement.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Nope.
No, you don't want to revisit your favorite movie.
Nope. Slander. It's lies.
Okay, so whenever the date for Velocipaster 2 comes out,
We're reviewing that.
we're reviewing that 100%.
Yeah. Point blank period. So buckle up, Mad Chairman. It's gonna happen.
Do you guys have a GoFundMe? I'll donate. I'll donate money.
I should have asked them. They were at Frightmare, and I bought the movie from them.
Oh my god, you
Damn.
could have asked them.
I could have. Damn.
Be like, do you guys have a GoFundMe? Did you tell them about it?
No, I didn't have any. I did.
Do you need me to print out the cards? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So what? So like next year when I go to Frightmare, I'll be like, "Oh my god, you want to listen to a podcast? Oh my god, you want to listen to a podcast? Oh my god, you want to listen to a fucking podcast?" Like, ah! Just throw it at the audience.
Y'all flutter around, everybody.
So yeah, enjoy the movie. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.